Hello everyone and welcome to Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And today we're talking about Blue Velvet. We were supposed to talk about last week, but scheduling conflicts happened, so we are doing Blue Velvet right now. We're doing David Lynch, which comes out next week on Blu-ray. Yeah, this is a David Lynch movie, so you know how it's going to be. It's going to be weird at times.
Well, he did this one after
Dune,
if I'm not mistaken.
And Dune was a flop.
Yeah, and it's for the same producer too.
Yeah,
so I didn't expect that.
Yeah, so it's like a big old. Dune was a big flop. I don't think it's that bad, but it was a flop.
It's pretty bad
in the box office. So then he's like, I'm just gonna do this personal thing, and he did Blue Velvet, starring Kyle MacLachlan, Laura Dern, Dennis Hopper.
This is a resurgence for Dennis Hopper too.
Yes, this was a big thing. Yeah, it's about basically Kyle MacLachlan's kind of like this degenerate teen, not really a degenerate, but he's a morally ambiguous teenager, or early 20s. I don't know. I didn't really get the full age of him.
Yeah, he would be in his early 20s.
Yeah, so we were friends.
That's
Laura
what
Dern,
I would think. Yeah,
who's in high school.
I would say this is like a neo-noir movie.
Yes,
actually. Because he's not a professional detective or investigator, but he takes it upon himself to investigate this situation that all stems from him finding an ear in an empty lot.
Yeah.
And
listen to
unraveling this huge kind of case, that involves a lounge singer and her family, this like drug kingpin and like crooked cops. It's one of those like this kid's he's interested and he wants to help, and he's very curious and inquisitive, and
gets
then
way over his head.
Yeah, steps into that murky puddle and turns out it's much deeper than expected.
The best part of the movie is how it just tells you how the movie is. In like the first scene, the first opening sequence, like it's this nice family and this nice town, all these flowers, and then Kyle MacLachlan's dad gets like a stroke, I guess.
He has a stroke,
and then they go deeper into the flowers, and then deeper into the ground. You see the bugs.
Yeah.
So it's like this beautiful town, but there's an underbelly to it.
Yeah, it's such a perfect visual metaphor.
And there's other things,
and that's just kind of a lot of what David Lynch does. It's always like. He does a lot of these small America, like he does it in Mulholland Drive a lot too.
Yes.
This small America, or like
it's like a dream feel
and,
to it.
And it is surreal and dreamlike, but it's like, this pristine white picket fence,
Lumberton, that was name.
Like kind of look to the people, to the area, and then there's like some kind of like uncanny valley stuff going on. Like it's just enough to raise your suspicions.
Yeah.
And then when you actually get deeper, you find out that it's much more chaotic and just violent.
And very sexual too.
Yeah. There's a great video, and I wish I had written down, I couldn't find it again. I wish I had written down the name of the poster on YouTube. But he does a whole like kind of video essay about how this represents like the Freudian like ego, superego, id scenario, like the whole movie.
Yeah.
And it's like a sexual metaphor for Kyle MacLachlan's character, which I mean it's a great.
I saw another theory that was like
great video essay. Go check that out.
There's another theory that like it's about the family aspect. You have an abusive father, which is Frank, Dennis Hopper. You have the abused mother, and you have Kyle MacLachlan is he's the kid, he's the child.
Yeah, but Dennis Hopper's also a baby.
Oh, that's true. He is also a baby. Also another shout out to his crew.
Brad Dourif is in
Brad
that
Dourif, which I've only known him from like Chucky.
Yep, he's in Alien Resurrection.
But I started watching like Deadwood recently, and he's amazing in that show.
Brad Dourif is great in everything.
Yeah. He's
I'm not saying the movies are great.
Exorcist 3.
Yeah, I'm not saying the movies are great, but he's great in everything.
Also, the guy who plays Paul is, I'm blanking on his name. Razorhead.
Oh,
I feel so embarrassed. We talked about him on Razorhead a lot.
Sorry.
He's the guy from Twin Peaks. I put a fish in the percolator. God!
I can't remember his name, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I'm going to put it in the comment section. Someone's going to correct us. I hope you do, because it's on the tip of my tongue.
Mm-hmm. But I just really love the kind of neo-noir aspect of it, and just David Lynch not being afraid to crank it up a couple notches.
Especially with Dennis Hopper.
And Dennis Hopper going full bore with his character and that commitment. Like,
the weird thing is,
he's so good and menacing in this
He's
film.
so weird, too, because it's like...
Yeah.
The whole, when you introduced him, he's like, mommy, mommy, and stuff like that. It's weird.
Yeah.
And then there's that weird scene where the guy, Ben, they visit on that road trip. He starts singing In Dreams by Roy Orbison, and... He starts having a mental breakdown.
Yeah, he like gets really lost in it, and I think that's like one of the most endearing parts of his character.
And then, like when he's roughing up Kyle MacLachlan in the field, he's playing the song. He's singing the song and playing the song at the same time.
Yeah,
with lipstick on and kissing Kyle MacLachlan before he beats him up.
He's a psychopath.
I don't
apparently.
Get it.
I guess that's what his
weird like oxygen mask.
It's nitrous.
He looks
that's what
like
it's supposed to be.
He looked like. I also read in more into it. I was like, there has to be an aspect to bugs in this. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of them. Like Kyle MacLachlan, he introduces himself to Dorothy as an exterminator.
Yep.
He's going to exterminate her of her problems.
He's the bug man.
Unknowingly.
And I like he's the bug man, and he ends up sneaking in to watch and overhear what happens.
Yeah.
Like a bug, as in somebody planting a bug for the law enforcement.
There's also, like, another one that someone brought up. I was like, wow, the detective, the crooked cop, has a yellow jacket. Like he's a wasp. And also at the end, with the robin has a bug in its mouth. Like, the robin swooped in, like Laura Dern's dream was.
Yep.
There's a lot of things about darkness and dreams and light and all kinds of things.
Yeah, because Frank always says, now it's dark.
Yeah.
That's another, like, recurring line that he says. And it's so great. Like, the themes that David Lynch is able to explore and just kind of use all these different visual metaphors.
There's also Angelo Badalamenti, I believe that's how you say his name. He did the score. Mm-hmm. He also does the score for Twin Peaks. He's mostly famous for Twin Peaks. Yeah. And he did a score for Mulholland Drive. His score's greatness. I love the song. I love they keep bringing back the Blue Velvet song at times.
It's so the beginning theme. I remember watching it, and it just strikes me as like a gothic horror film, like one of those old Universal horror films. Yeah. Like that's what the kind of theme it reminded me of. Yeah. And then it goes into Blue Velvet. Yeah. And it's just this great like Americana, and you have the guy on the fire truck waving. Yeah. And then it's just like it's really creepy because it's slow and he doesn't stop. Yeah. Yeah. It's great stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
It's and also earned him a Best Director nom. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, people consider this a masterpiece. People consider this a Psycho. I don't think it's like Psycho. I don't know why people are comparing it to Psycho that much.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I think they were just trying to look for a movie.
I think it's one of those ones that it kind of shocked people. Yeah. When it came out.
It's very violent. Like not like RoboCop violent, but more of psychologically violent.
Yeah, it's that's a great way to describe it. A psychologically violent film. Yeah. Because nothing is super like overt and gratuitous, but the few times it happens, it's really affecting. Yeah. Like when Kyle MacLachlan, Jeffrey, when he's seducing Dorothy. Yes. And she asks him to hit her, and he keeps refusing, and then at one point actually like loses it and does it. Yeah. Like it's one of those scenes. It's a moment that really is meant to strike a chord in the audience, and I can't imagine like. I'd seen an interview with Dennis Hopper, who originally wanted the gas to be helium.
So he was high.
So he would have a high voice.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
But I think David Lynch talked him out of it
David
because...
Lynch's like, that's too weird. That's too weird, Dennis.
No, I think David Lynch talked him out of it because it comes off as goofy at times.
Yeah.
And it's just more menacing with the nitrous.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I remember hearing about that, and I was just like, this movie was unbelievable.
Yeah. So, buy, rent, or skip.
I say it's a... I was going to say it's a buy, like, automatically. I know this movie's not for everybody, though. It's a little intense for everybody. But I think it's a buy. I think it's a great film. And I think it's one of those ones that you kind of need to prepare a little bit for and know what you're getting into.
Just that you're watching a David Lynch film. But it's not as weird as, like, Eraserhead is, but also isn't, like... It's kind of... It's down to earth a little bit. It's a little more grounded compared to, like, something like Mulholland Drive or something like, you know...
Yeah.
Maybe like Haunted Heart. Maybe it's in that realm of like it's kind of like realistic,
almost,
but still weird.
It's still weird.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I also love the shot. I also love how there's like David Lynch, like the master of the medium shot.
Mm-hmm.
He's the master of having like placement of things and make it seem off. But like the one thing like at the end, spoiler territory, where the Yellow Jacket and they find Kyle walks in Dorothy's apartment near the end and sees the Yellow Jacket cop, and he sees the husband or whatever, and the Yellow Jacket cop's like, he's kind of dead. Remember, he's just standing there like, why is he standing so upright?
Right.
And it's just weird things like that, but it makes it work.
Yeah,
I'd say
I love it. I thought this movie's great.
I'd say
personally.
Buy. I'm gonna say buy.
It's a personal level. It's a buy, but you know, understanding how off-putting this movie can be, I can understand somebody just renting.
Yeah, I'd say buy.
But I would buy it. I already own it, and I'm probably gonna buy the Blu-ray
just for the supplements. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, buy. And that's it for the David Lynch. No, we're not, actually, because this week, as a bonus episode, because we missed last week, we were doing The Art Life, the story about David Lynch. More of the early years of David Lynch and his art and stuff like that. So, we're going to do that, and that's the end of the David Lynch of Criterion, unless we do the shorts.
And, of course, unless something else comes out.
Yeah, of course, Elephant Man it probably will be in there. Wild Heart might be in there.
Straight Story, maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a Disney movie.
Dune, no, not Dune. Not Dune.
Dune's definitely not going to be in there.
Nope. But maybe.
Inland Empire, maybe one day, hopefully.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's plenty they could use, but right now this is all that's available. So until next time, you can follow us on Twitter. Also, forgot to mention, sometime this week there's going to be a poll because we have people suggesting for episode 100.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna try figuring out how to do a poll of like four picks.
Okay.
You can pick it. You can polls end like a week before June 19th, which is the 100th episode. So yeah, I think someone mentioned Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon was a big one, which we hadn't.
Samurai was also a suggestion.
We hadn't done Qui-Gon because we actually considered it for Halloween.
Yeah.
The month of October.
But
we'll put it in there.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the poll. There's Qui-Gon, and then there's Seven Samurai was another one. 400 Blows is one that we get asked about a lot.
I heard one, Breathless.
Breathless is another one.
Yeah, so maybe those are the four.
French New Wave.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Going to split the vote, though.
We'll have a Samurai. We'll have Qui-Gon, which is like a horror movie. We'll have 400 Blows, which I have no idea what that is. And,
French New Wave.
Okay, so we'll sprinkle different genres so you can pick.
Yeah, maybe we'll add some more. We'll add some of our picks and see what you guys say.
Yeah, so let us know in the comment section if you have any other last suggestions. If you see someone that's like, oh, I would love that too, comment on that. Like that comment someone made. I would love to see that. Basically, I want
definitely
to
do that.
Because we have limited poll numbers, I think. I've not run a poll yet on this channel, so I don't know. We'll see.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. So until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm still Joe.
And we will see you later.